Welcome to Endless Mountains, a mini-series by Dan Paul. Join me as we discover the majestic mountains of the old continent, their valleys, peaks, and hidden wonders. As we leave the valley below, the road begins to climb steadily into the high Pyrenees. The mountains rise all around us, jagged and rocky, their slopes shaped by ice and water over thousands of years. Pine forests stretch along the lower ridges, their green crowns swaying gently in the mountain breeze. Above them, the rocky cliffs stand exposed, dark and timeless against the sky. The air is crisp, pure, carrying the scent of pine, stone, and cold water. With almost no clouds above, the sky is an endless blue, stretching from horizon to horizon. As we climb higher, the valley below opens into wide panoramas. Waterfalls plunge down rocky faces, feeding streams that rush into the forests below. Here, nature reveals its contrasts, soft meadows and wildflowers at our feet, while above, granite peaks tower sharp and unyielding. Every bend in the road offers a new view, deeper valleys, brighter streams, and the ever-nearing promise of the high mountain lakes. At last, we arrive at Lac de Cap-de-Long. This mountain lake rests in a natural bowl of granite cliffs, its waters calm, still, and perfectly clear. On quiet days, the surface becomes a mirror, reflecting the blue of the sky and the dark ridges above. The lake itself was formed long ago by glaciers, which carved the valley and left behind a deep basin. Later, a dam was added, expanding the waters, and making the lake useful not only for nature, but also for people. Today, Lac de Cap-de-Long provides fresh water for the region, while also standing as a place of beauty and rest for all who climb this high. All around the lake, the forests remain dense and alive. Pines and firs cling to the slopes, their roots winding through rock and soil. Birds call from the treetops, and small mammals dart between the shadows. But perhaps the most iconic sound here comes from the Pyrenean sheep and goats. In summer, herds are guided up into these high pastures, where they graze freely on alpine grasses. The gentle bells they will ring softly across the valley, a timeless music that has echoed here for centuries. This tradition of pastoral life is as old as the mountains themselves. Each season, farmers bring their animals to graze in these heights, continuing a cycle that binds people, animals, and land together. Yet Lac d'Oredan is more than tradition, it is also a sanctuary of wildlife. Beneath its waters, trout glide silently, feeding in the cold, clear depths. Along its shores, insects hum and dragonflies flash in the sunlight. And above, the skies belong to eagles and vultures, circling patiently on the rising air. For visitors, the lake offers countless paths. Trails lead along the water's edge, while others climb higher into the surrounding peaks. Some come to fish, others to walk, to picnic, or simply to sit quietly at the shore. Here, time seems to slow. And for a moment, in the stillness of Lac d'Oredan, the mountains feel eternal. From Lac d'Oredan, the road continues upward, winding deeper into the granite heart of the Pyrenees. The climb becomes steeper, the turns sharper, as we rise closer to the high-altitude world above the forests. Behind us, the waters of Oredan grow smaller, framed by the dark green of the pines. Ahead, the granite walls seem to close in, guiding us into a higher, harsher world. This is a path shaped by both nature and people. By glaciers that once filled these valleys with ice, and by the roads built so we may follow their vanished footprints. This route is beloved by hikers and mountain wanderers. Footpaths cross the hillsides in every direction. Some are gentle and welcoming, winding past pastures and rolling slopes. Others are demanding, climbing steeply toward distant ridgelines, where only the most prepared adventurer dares to go. Each trail offers its own reward. A hidden waterfall, a viewpoint high above the valley, or the quiet discovery of solitude in a world far removed from towns and villages. Here, the Pyrenees invite not just to travel, but to explore. As the climb continues, the views grow ever more dramatic. On one side, sheer cliffs plunge into valleys far below, where rivers sparkle like silver threads in the sun. On the other, peaks rise like silent sentinels, their shadows stretching across the land. Every turn in the road reveals something new. A hidden gorge, a waterfall cascading from the snowfields above, or the endless sweep of ridgelines, fading into the blue haze of distance. It is a landscape both vast and intimate, always changing, always revealing. Here, at this altitude, the silence is striking. The wind carries only the faint calls of birds, and the distant rush of water falling from cliffs. Otherwise, the mountains rest in stillness. With few clouds in the sky, the sunlight falls unbroken. Granite shines in bright whites and deep grays, every ridge and surface etched in sharp contrast. It is in this silence that the Pyrenees speak most clearly, not in words, but in the weight of their presence. A reminder of time beyond our measure. This road is not only a passage between lakes, it is an experience in itself. Cyclists come here to test their strength against the steep gradients. Step by step, turn by turn, they climb with determination toward the high summits. Hikers stop at overlooks, pausing to breathe the thin air and to take in panoramas that stretch across the range. And travelers, whether on foot or by road, share in the same reward. A journey through landscapes that are as unforgiving as they are unforgettable. At last, we arrive at Lac de Cap-de-Long. This immense reservoir, held back by one of the tallest dams in the Pyrenees, stretches out before us, vast and silent. Its deep blue waters mirror the surrounding peaks, reflecting granite ridges, open skies, and the wild beauty of the high mountains. Here, the journey finds its destination. From forests to meadows, from valleys to towering cliffs, every road has led us to this place. Cap-de-Long is not just a lake, it is a monument of both nature and human endeavor. A meeting point between wilderness and engineering, between timeless landscapes, and the people who dared to shape them. At last, we stand upon the Cap-de-Long Dam, one of the tallest in the French Pyrenees. Constructed in 1953, this gravity dam rises about 93 meters above the valley floor, holding back the waters of the high-altitude reservoir. From this vantage point, the view is breathtaking, a meeting place of mountains, sky, and water. Ahead of us, Lac de Cap-de-Long stretches over 105 hectares, its deep blue surface shimmering in the sunlight, framed by jagged granite peaks that rise over 3,000 meters. Looking down the valley, we can also see Lac d'Oradon, smaller but equally beautiful, nestled among forests and pastures, a testament to the high Pyrenees' diversity. From here, two worlds meet, one above, one below, both shaped by glaciers, rivers, and centuries of mountain life. Lac de Cap-de-Long is fed by melting snow and alpine streams. Its volume reaches 24 million cubic meters of water. The reservoir is crucial for hydroelectric power, yet it remains a place of immense natural beauty. Its surface mirrors the surrounding peaks, a perfect reflection on calm days. Sharp ridges and cliffs tower above, reminding us of the ancient glaciers that carved these valleys long ago. Surrounding slopes are alive in summer. Wildflowers paint the pastures with color, while the higher rocks support only the hardiest mosses and lichens. The mountains here rise steadily above 3,000 meters, creating a dramatic frame for the lake and emphasizing the contrast between the still water and the rugged terrain. Standing atop the dam, we sense the scale of this landscape. The engineering of 1953 is impressive, yet even the massive structure is dwarfed by the peaks that surround it. Wildlife thrives here. Chamois leap across cliffs, marmots whistle from hidden burrows, and golden eagles soar above the ridgelines. The silence is profound, broken only by wind or the distant rush of waterfalls. The few clouds in the sky allow sunlight to illuminate the granite and the lake's surface, creating a scene both grand and serene. Here at Cap-de-Long, the Pyrenees reveal themselves in their full majesty: lakes, mountains, wildlife, and human achievement, a high-altitude world timeless, powerful, and unforgettable. Thank you for joining us, exploring the beauty, engineering, and enduring spirit of this remarkable high mountain landscape. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell to follow our series, as we continue to discover more hidden gems of the Pyrenees. Until next time, keep exploring, and let the mountains and lakes inspire your every adventure.